All right, it's time for the weekend update. We haven't done it in a while, but we've got two excited people to do it. Doug, say hello. Barbie, say hello. Barbie's got her Spider-Man costume on. She's being very, woman stuff. Anyway, Doug, hey, they both think they're going to get something, I guess, because they're sitting there looking at me, wagging their tails. Unfortunately, not now. I just want them so everybody can say hi, Doug, and hi, Barbie. Okay, done 3 op sessions in a week, and now I'm back to scenicking. So I'm trying to move slow here so we don't overpower anybody with our thing. But this is the 295 highway that I've been putting the scenery in and kind of blended into the base. There's the Scott mill there. Everybody's been familiar with it. I'm working on that. I'm working on the tanks here. I got to make a big tank here to store stuff and then paint all it up, and then I'll put that in. So I'm doing all this scenery, I'm doing all this ground cover, but I need to put trees in, but that means I need to make trees, so there you go. So I've got these houses that I bought from, I think it's Pike Stuff, whatever. They're real simple to make, but I've been using them to figure out where houses are going to sit and how they're going to be, so I just keep moving around layout. There's going to be a house here. There actually was on the railroad. There's one on the other side, too, on the railroad, but I've determined that I've made that too narrow to put the house there, so we'll just have one right there. And come over here to the other side. So here we have a street that goes in Brunswick, and there's again, I've just put that street in and put the crossing and stuff like that and started painting the street. I did a bunch of scenery over here, so I kind of ruined the street after I painted it this morning. That's one of the buildings going there. There's no one of those small Pike Stuff buildings, so I've got about 5 buildings that are going to go in here, and yards and people playing and stuff like that. There's also supposed to be a mirror in here, and I just haven't bought the mirror yet. I think, though, I'm going to put the mirror under the bridge and just make it all trees behind it, because I think that'll be a better perspective, because the way where I have the mirror now is probably going to just show the bridge and look kind of odd. But I don't know. I'll buy the mirror first, and then I'll move it around a little bit and figure out how I'm going to do it. So this area here, which is a transition for the Lewiston Lower Branch, the line going up into the Helix, the line going to the Rockland Station, I've been kind of dabbling with scenery. There's supposed to be a lot of trees up in here on those 2 hillsides and going down. I haven't got those done yet, but I've been doing the basic scenery. Anywhere you see the red leaf looking stuff, which is what it's supposed to be, is fallen leaves, there'll be trees. All right, still got to do this street right here, but I've got everything worked up to it, and then I'll go in to do that. So I use Fast and Final to do the streets. Here's another street crossing I've finished up here. And I've just done a bunch of scenery down that way. That's the Y in Brunswick West Yard. And done some basic scenery there. I'm going to turn around here to the peninsula. So there's a Route 1 overpass going over hillside siding. I've got that Fast and Finaled in. Then I need to come in and start putting the road surface on and getting that colored and stuff. The other place I'm working on is down in the end of this alcove, the narrow one in the peninsula. So on the upper level there's a road, and this area right here is going to have a big overpass, and it's an intersection. There'll be lights and stuff like that. I've got to build all in there. That's going to be a long project, but I'm at least starting to get the road in here, which I think is Route 202 maybe, but I don't remember exactly. And then in the back here I've done a little scenery work starting around here. Again, lots of trees needed. I've just put those bottle brush pines in because they're cheap and easy to do. The other thing is the river crossing right here, or stream crossing. I've cut the track out. I've put the embankments in. I put the abutments in. I've done all the scenery base around it again today, and then I've got the bridge sitting right there. I've got the bridge track right there, so that's all cut to fit. I just gonna have to go in here and do all this scenery work first before I put the bridge back in. But be a neat scene. I'm gonna have a couple trees here on this side, and there's gonna be a tree with a tree swing in it, and kids jumping and falling off, or not falling off, but jumping off a rope off this tree like I used to do at Garland Pond when I was growing up as a kid. So, and there's gonna be a waterfall coming up out of there all the way down into that lower part of the stream or pond. This would be someplace like a lot of small rivers were dammed and used for mills and stuff in Maine, so that's what this pond's going to represent, similar to Garland Pond in Maine. So that's where I'm at. I've been doing this work on all the roads on the layout all at one time. I've got to get some more of the crossings, but I'm slowly going through and doing all of the roads and getting them all done at one time. I'd used up all the fast and final today doing the roads that I did so far. Weekend update. Hope to see you all soon.